Hi everybody, Andrew Maddox here. Starting a new show. I'm going to be honest, we don't have a name yet. So I'm going to give that to you guys. If you're watching and you have an idea of a name, put it in the comments or message me about it. The idea of this show is to highlight local businesses, Carroll, Benton, Henry, all of West Tennessee, or even people who are doing cool things and influencers in our area. So if you have an idea for a name, put it in the comments below or shoot me a message. Today, I'm here at E3 Fitness. I've got Kelly Eubanks, Alan Eubanks, and Daniel Eubanks, the owners. They just started this business in when y'all opened?
A year ago,
July. So let's start off. Just tell me a little bit about yourself. We'll go down the line.
All right, so I'm Kelly Eubanks. I was born and raised here in Huntington. Married to Alan Eubanks, my high school sweetheart, and we have 3 boys.
And outside of this, y'all tell them.
Okay, sorry, yes. And so outside of the gym, I am a pharmaceutical sales rep for Eli Lilly, and this year will be 20 years.
I'm Alan Eubanks, obviously Kelly's husband. Daniel's my brother. Outside of here, I work for the Huntington Special School District. I've been with them for 18 years in several capacities. I've been a building elementary principal, currently a district supervisor, and I'm also the head baseball coach at the high school. And it's been a good experience for us.
I'm Daniel Eubanks. Outside of E3 Fitness, I work for Farm Bureau Insurance. Been there for 14 years, and also do a little bit in the music industry as well. And then born and raised in Huntington, and moved away, and then have moved back to Huntington now, and excited to be here.
All right, and we don't have to go on a roll every time. Whoever wants to jump in, y'all go for it. So, what made y'all want to get into this? I know, especially Kelly. Kelly's the fitness person. I remember living in Jackson in college, and they lived down the street from me, and Kelly would run on the bypass in Jackson, or the highway. So what made y'all want to get into this industry?
I think I can answer this one. I thought about it. Me looking at it, I would call myself kind of the support and filling in gaps of the 3 of us, and something that Kelly, she's talked about ever since we've been married. Always a dream of, owning a gym that she can call her own. She's always had a passion for it. She enjoys, being around people. And the opportunity come about, and she jumped on it. And I think my role was to kind of support her on it. And then having my brother, he's kind of the financial side and takes care of all that for us. But it was something that I knew Kelly always wanted to do. And as a coach myself, it was something that intrigued me to help get, some of the young people in and be able, for some of our athletes in town and in the county, to be able to come and have a workout spot they could call their own. What else? Y'all
I'll just kind of tell you a cool story. So, so my aunt and uncle own this gym for, Lord, how many years do we even know? I don't even know. Barnett's 24/7.
14, I think.
14 years or so. So, and when this was actually my grandfather's grocery store, this building right here. So, my Uncle Philip owned the building, and he actually just decided he was going to put a gym in. Didn't know much about fitness at all, and I kind of helped he and Sandy actually buy a lot of the equipment when they started their gym. So anyway, fast forward, I reached out to them and just said, hey, when you guys get ready, because, they're older and ready to retire, quote retire, and do other things, let me know. Don't sell it to anybody else before you, contact me first. So anyway, about a year ago, they contacted me maybe 6 months before and said that they might be interested in selling. So we actually were over at
2 or 3 years ago, maybe, when we were at Christmas?
Well, actually, it was like it was like a year, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, you had mentioned it.
Yeah, we were over at Alan and Daniel's mom's house. She had cooked supper, and we were just around the table, and Daniel was there, and we were all talking, and I said, well, hey, y'all may think I'm crazy, but I reached out to Uncle Philip and Aunt Sandy and just said, hey, you know, I'm interested, and they called, and so Daniel was sitting there. It was crazy. He goes, I'll go in. I'm in. So that's kind of how it happened for Daniel to join us. And at that time, I'm thinking, you know what? He's a great business guy. He's great with money. He's very organized. I mean, this would probably be a great partnership. So that's kind of how it ended up with the three of us anyway,
Right.
at the dinner table.
And that's, one of my questions was E3, and
Well, I
had
had
asked.
a small part to
Yeah.
what she just said there, and then we'll get to you for that, what you were fixing to bring up, I think, but I never really thought about it again since that night. I mean, I said, I mean, I was in, then I just didn't think about it, and I was in work, you called me? I was in California, I was on the road, and of course, it's 3 or 4 hour time difference out there, and my phone rang, I was actually still in bed, we were in a hotel. And out there, it was like 6:30, and my phone rang, and I saw it was Kelly, and I thought, gosh, something's wrong, you know, calling at 6:30 in the morning. And I picked the phone up because it said, they're ready to sell the gym. And first I probably was like, what are you talking about?
Because it'd been a while.
Because it'd been a couple of years. And she said, Philip, we're ready to sell the gym. Then it hit me, I said, all right, I'm in. And that was pretty much it, the phone conversation, and I hung up, went back to sleep, and here we are.
Yeah, in the E3, I've always just assumed it means Eubanks and 3 of you. Is that it? Is there more?
And
We'll
this is
let
Alan.
Alan
Alan can answer that.
If we all gave an answer, it'd be different,
Yeah.
because that's when we were all working together. Has been interesting. We can talk about that here in just a moment. But we were at our house, and I had told them, you know, a week out, I said, let's research a name. You know, just get on there, research, let's figure out, come up with a bunch of different options. Well, we were at the house grilling, and we probably had 50 names, everything from Universal Fitness to Big and Strong, all these names. And I said, what about E3 Fitness?
And Gray was sitting there. Gray was standing there as well.
And both of them at the same time were like, that's terrible.
So that's where the answer's gonna be different, isn't it?
And I said, they were like, well, what's it stand for? I said, well, hey, Eubanks, and Eubanks. About 5 minutes passed, and they were like, I like it, let's do it. So I'll take claim to that.
That's a true story.
That is a true. And our oldest son was there standing with us, and he goes, "Oh my God, that's cool. You know, I like it."
Yeah. And Coach, did you do the design? I know you got the artist in you. Who did
No,
that?
that'd be a good time to bring up. We, on the front end, looking at the PR and the marketing and how to promote our brand, we partnered with Lilo and Company, which was one of the best decisions we made from a business standpoint. They handle all of our social media marketing, but we gave them the idea of the name, and they actually designed 4 or 5 logos, and that's what we settled on.
Yeah. And I know you talked a little bit about different roles, and go through each of you, kind of what, you know, you may not have a specific set role, but
Well, I honestly, now that we've been doing this for about
It's gonna be different.
a year, Alan's got a funny, yeah. But anyway, now that we've been doing this for, you know, a little over a year, I feel like kind of all 3 of us have played a part in all 3. But if you really think about it from the beginning, I would say that my main job has been the vision of all the fitness and everything we've added. So, you know, so I would say my job has been more of the fitness part and the fitness classes and just the fitness side of things.
Well, and you know, my standpoint, whether it be through coaching, you know, we're all involved in a profession that deals with the public, team members, and I kind of am able to sit back and take a different look at it. And I'll be honest, you know, people say don't go into business with family. And when we first started, it was, you know, just learning what each other's strength was. But then once the thing settled, we all had unique strengths, and we were able to, you know, I think at first, and we all joke about it now, there was a whole lot of chiefs. But technically, we are all a chief, so it was about identifying, hey, who's good at what, and then they kind of lead that component. But I'm kind of the third leg, and this is a good story, so they're doing the money, and every time I
No,
bring it
Daniel
up,
mainly does the money, hang on now.
talk about, hey, we need to buy this, basically my feedback was, yeah, whatever. So for 2 months, the only time I ever came up here, they would call and say, hey, the commode stopped up. So all I did at first was just come up here and unplunge, plunge and stop the commode. So I guess I'm maintenance.
Now, hold on, he's gotta tell his creative side, so I'll let him tell you everything that's painted in this place all comes from his creativity.
Well, I just, you know, for me to come in, it was Kelly's vision, Daniel's the financial guy, so it took me a minute to kind of realize what I could bring to the table.
We already knew it.
But I kind of, all of our logos that are painted, I kind of focus on the culture side of it, I guess you'd say, creating an atmosphere that's clean and creative, motivational. So any of the logos that you see throughout the facility, you know, I was the one that painted those. But we all took suggestions of what to do. And, you know, we've got a word wall, kind of a motivational thing. We just really wanted to stay simple and promote our brand where everywhere you walk, you saw E3.
What else besides money? I know you do more than money, because
He does.
there's speakers and stuff
Well, I say that,
everywhere.
well, yes, and there's, you know, there's a finance side to it, but it's not, I mean, it's not a rocket science thing, but it's good that we all have separate things that we can do, and I've been on the road and stuff, and handling budgets and doing things like that. It's funny how everybody says I've got 10 jobs, and Farm Bureau is my career, but I take things from all three of the professions I do and use them across the lines. I use stuff from Farm Bureau in this gym. I use stuff from this gym on the road. I use stuff from the road in Farm Bureau and the gym. So it's kind of neat how it's a web. They all work. I learn from all three of them, and able to use a lot of the stuff I learned outside of this gym in this gym to try to make it the best environment, the best facility we can for people here in Huntington.
I'm gonna add too, I think all three of us, with our personalities and our passion for people, you know, just relationships with folks who come in here to work out and helping them with their needs and just being customer service. I think all three of us play a huge role in that. When you own your business, that's part of owning a business. But I feel like all three of us play a big role in that as well.
It's cool to see, like Coach said, all three of y'all working together, because lots of times you hear, you know, families don't work together very well, and I've seen it happen. Thank goodness not in my family business, but in other people's I've seen it, and it just doesn't, it actually breaks them apart. It's great to see that I know you guys well enough that's not going to happen anyway, but you know, how y'all use each other's strengths to
And
grow it.
if we said that we wasn't concerned about that going into this, we would not be telling the truth, because we obviously were, anybody would be.
Right.
And so, I mean, even a year into this thing, and I think it's something pretty special.
Yep. So what you know, outside of just in the gym, what do you try to bring to, you know, the community, to your schools? Coach is of course, very involved in the schools, coaching, and I don't know the title of your job now, but what you do for our special school district and, you know, different health programs. I know, Kelly, you helped a lot of people. I heard you talking about it with their, I think it was something with their Medicare plans, and being able to help them get discounts on different plans here. You know, what's y'all's goals with the community? What your outreach, schools, different things like that? Y'all have any plans for things like that?
I'll kind of speak on it first. I think that's an area, for me personally, if I were to say, you know, what's an area to maybe not improve in, but learn more about. I think it's a ever-evolving goal of ours. You know, whether it be, you know, we provided water bottles to all of the primary school kids during Walk School Day last year. You know, whether it be sponsoring local athletic teams or other organizations, hosting things that, you know, it's easy to maybe focus on one age group, but we want to be sure that, you know, we're looking at the teenage, the young adults, but also our seniors, you know, offering discounts or things like that for them, offering various classes, you know, the aerobics and the spin, which, you know, a lot of it's Kelly's idea. Just to be involved, something that the community can look at and know we're for this community, and if we're able to, we want to provide and give back. To tell you exactly specific goals, I could, but they might could go a little deeper there.
Well, to me, I think as far as, you know, health is a passion of mine. So if it brings, you know, we just want to make this an open facility to where it doesn't matter. Anyone is welcome here. And obviously the goal to, you know, better their life or get healthier or stay healthy or, but really making it about, you know, a fitness family. But as far as a goal, I would say is just bringing health to the community and offering different things for a variety of folks, whatever, you know, level they're at. So, you know, our aerobics classes, we may have a senior aerobic class in the morning at 9 o'clock, but then at 5:30 on Tuesdays and Thursday nights and Mondays, it might be a more advanced, but you can, you know, so, and then we have the spin classes, and then you got the treadmills and the weights, and you can kind of modify to what, you know, level you're on, but just to make sure that it's a, you know, we have a variety of things to offer to anybody that walks in the gym.
And you touched a little bit on different classes, the aerobics, and we're sitting in your spin room. So what all did y'all add? If somebody hadn't been here since y'all took over last year, what all have y'all added? You know, what kind of, what different things do you want to tell them about? You know, different weight things you've got. And just
Kelly can answer that better, but
Go ahead.
this will
Sorry.
lead into kind of using a school term. I think on the front end, we did a needs assessment. We kind of looked at what existing, you know, the needs assessment on the facilities, where they're at, needs assessment on our equipment, our offerings, our membership fees, and kind of looked at it. And then I think from that, we kind of said, hey, here's what we want to do to enhance this. And then that's where these two come in. You know,
And I can tell the class stuff, and then I'll let Daniel tell, you know, and you can even go into the renovations,
Yeah.
Daniel, if you want to. But as far as the classes go, I mean, obviously, we've got 4 different instructors that have been here for a very long time. So you got Miss Linda and Miss Renee, who teach the silver sneakers and the classes in the mornings through the week. And then you have Shauna Smith and Denise Tucker, who teach the night classes. That those 4, like I said, have been here since the doors opened with Barnett's 24/7. So that has continued on as E3, you know, as we opened E3. But what we have added is we bought these spin bikes that you see around. So that's a class, and I'll be honest, when we even bought this gym, I had a list of classes, and spin was one of them that I wanted to add. It took a little bit to add that because obviously Daniel will tell you other things that we wanted to purchase first. But spin has always been on the top of the list to add. So
let me add this, because, you know, we had the goals that, you know, Kelly had that she wanted to implement. One thing I think we're really committed to, and it kind of plays into the community, we wanted, yes, with any business, you know, you want to make money on your business, but we also wanted our members to feel like they had a voice. So when we took ownership, we sent out a questionnaire, feedback questionnaire to all our members. You know, some people shy away from that because it kind of opens you up for criticism, but we kind of embrace that hey, we're going to get people to come here. What do they want? What's not in place? And I remember Spin, you know, showing up a lot, and then different types of equipment. But I think that helps us a lot too. You know, to get these folks here, finding out what they want from the gym.
And with spin, so we've added some, like 3 different instructors. So you have Megan that teaches on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. We have Robin Halter that comes in and she teaches 2 to 3 days a week, just depends. And then White Stokes has been teaching classes as well. He's still in school, he works, so his schedule varies, but those are the 3 spin instructors that we do have. So as far as classes go, I would say that and Miss Linda does teach yoga, so that is one of the Silver Snickers classes, but a variety of people come to that as well. So anyway, that wraps up the classes. So I'll let Daniel tell you about all the renovations and all the stuff we added to this.
We did, I think it was at least, almost, we probably doubled the square footage of the footprint of that workout area. Took walls out, added walls, replaced every piece of cardio equipment we had with everything. And then we added music, sound system to where you come in here now, there's music, there can be music playing. Music tends to motivate people to work out, so you're not coming into a quiet atmosphere, it's energetic. And in the spin room, we changed a lot of things. You can't see it, but there's a pretty nice speaker system over here. But one thing we're going to, I think, start coming, I guess we can go ahead and we can put this out, is there's going to be some themed spin classes coming that we're going to do. It's going to be a little different, kind of something that I don't think anybody's ever done here before. And I'll say one of them's going to be, I think, like a hip hop spin class where it's going to be a different atmosphere in here. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, I mean, we completely renovated the entire place with flooring, with painting, with lighting. Everything has been redone, so we wanted it to be a new, fresh start with a good foundation that was already here, and improve it. You know, listening to the questionnaires that we sent out, trying to give the people what they want.
Well, you know, just kind of the big focus was on the equipment, and kind of wanted to look at, you know, every type of age group, every type of member that would come in, and try to meet everybody's need as best we could at the point, and continually add. So, you know, replacing all the cardio equipment, you know, for our free weight lifters, we added several free weight machines, several, I think 2 power racks.
Yeah, the 2 power
Sets
racks.
of dumbbells, barbells. Kelly had a great idea of like a auxiliary room where they can do med ball work, ropes.
Synergy room is in the back, so that kind of takes care of all that.
And then also, you know, a lot of our seniors will use the
Elliptical machines?
the machine, not the plate loaded. Just the, I'm going blank.
The low impact?
No, just the weight machines. You know, we've got our free weight section, and then we have our weight machines.
Something here for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So has there been anything that y'all have seen since you took over? You know, I don't know how to. Somebody hit a certain goal, lose a lot of weight. Any cool stories, you know, that you'd like to share?
Well, and I won't say any names, but there are 2 girls that I'm super proud of. And I almost get emotional about it because I've watched their journey. But 2 girls in particular, they really worked hard. And one girl actually had been, you know, kind of on the path of losing weight even before we had bought the gym. But I have seen her even get to the goal where she's wanted to be. So, but yeah, 2 girls in particular, I mean, one has lost, I want to say 80-something pounds. The other girl I'm talking about, I want to say maybe 40 pounds, 50 pounds, I'm not sure exactly. But anyway, bottom line is they've lost the weight that they wanted to lose, but also they've increased their endurance and things. They're getting strong. They're really, they used to kind of stay on the cardio machines a lot. Now I see them do weights and different things. So their confidence has gotten better, and they've gotten stronger. So yeah, it's kind of a neat thing to see when you do see folks come in that are committed and dedicated, and they have a goal, that they have set for themselves and they meet it. So that's been kind of cool seeing those two girls meet their goals.
Yeah.
And they're still working on it, but I mean, it's awesome.
Something that stood out to me is it's an atmosphere where always talk about relationships, where there's, you know, a couple buddies coming in to work out, but seeing like fathers and sons come in and work out together, or daughters and mothers, or husband and wife, and you know, that's been interesting to me, just, you know, sit back and realizing they enjoy being here together, and we're, you know, just all of it reinforces that we made the right decision. Because I think anytime you take a kind of a leap of faith and go into a business, you question if it's going to work out. But we feel like we made the right decision.
Have you seen anything, Daniel, as far as?
No, I touched on a little bit about seeing the folks, the people that come in, and I made new friendships with them last year just by doing this. People I didn't have a clue that are now my friends, that I enjoy coming in. I look forward to coming in here just to see them. If this is the only time I see them, it's a friendship thing that, you know, I've gained friends that I didn't know I had. So
Yeah.
that's kind of neat.
Yeah. And I'll bring another person up. We're doing this August the 7th today. I don't know exactly when this video will come out. It's Coach Pritchard's birthday.
It is.
Coach Pritchard's, he's been a big influence on, well, if you went to Huntington High School, he was a big influence on whether he coached you or taught you. So, what does he mean to E3?
A lot. He's been here for a long time, but I'm gonna tell you, he takes his job very seriously. This place is never dirty. I mean, he cleans constantly. He does everything though. He has his hands in a little bit of everything, but he means a lot. I really don't know what we would have done without him, to be honest, because he's been here for so long. He knows how to do things backwards and forwards, and he's very important to E3 Fitness for sure.
And he can relate to our wide range of members. I mean, he still relates to the younger crowd because as a coach, you know, they know he's got that experience. Lifting his whole life himself, he can, you know, mesh well with those guys, and then he, being a senior himself, you know, he meshes well with seniors. But he's filled a lot of gaps for us.
Yes.
With us having, you know, 3 careers, you know, we know he's always going to be there.
So before we wrap it up, is there anything else y'all like anybody to know about E3? Anything you'd like to? If there's not, just tell us how to get in contact with you. Phone numbers, emails, social media outlets, website. Just let everybody know how to get a hold of it.
Who wants to answer that? We do have a Facebook page, so if you haven't gone on E3 Fitness, get on there and like our page. A lot of information's rolled out on that as far as our class schedules and things like that. If you want to join the gym, Coach Pritchard is here every single day. We also have, Daniel, our numbers are outside, right? But I think we put my number and Daniel's number on there. 731-234-9535 is mine. And
731-697-0236.
I shall not reveal my phone.
so we've left that one out of that, but no, really, if Coach Pritchard is not here, you can call either one of us and someone will meet you here. And you can come in and we can show you the gym. We can give you a tour, and then we can sign you up.
Good. Thank y'all for being the first guest on our show. And remember, comment below or message me. If you got a phone number, call me. Give me some ideas on some names. Help me come up with it. And come visit them at E3. Come check it out. It's a great place. They're doing great things in our community. Thanks, guys.